Whether you're new to oils or if you've been using them for quite some time and you're just learning more about doTERRA has to offer, I'm really excited you're here, and especially for you to learn things that are going to meet the needs of your family and help your family really enjoy a better quality of life. Three really cool things about essential oils that I want to share with you is first, and specifically doTERRA essential oils. First, they are safer. So many medications and over-the-counter drugs even out there have really dangerous and harmful side effects, right? There's addictions, there's all the other problems that it starts to cause in your body with so many things. And I love that because doTERRA oils are completely natural, they are 100% pure, you don't have to worry about the addictions and the dangerous side effects. Independent studies have shown that the majority of oils on the market that are labeled therapeutic grade are actually contaminated with synthetics, with fillers, with additives. And so doTERRA, every single batch of oil is third-party tested so that we can guarantee it truly is going to be a therapeutic medical grade, that it's completely pure. So some of our oils are actually even safe to take internally. You would never want to take another brand internally because of the fact that contamination is so very common. So that's the first cool thing, is they are safer and you just don't have to worry with your kids, with your family, when you're using them properly. The second really cool thing about essential oils is that they are cheaper than oftentimes over-the-counters and especially than medications. Now, you might be thinking, well, I get free health insurance, or I, have no copay on my doctor's visit. Let me explain how it's cheaper. Just as an example, my kids sometimes would get ear infections, and I would just put a couple drops of tea tree and lavender around the outside of their ear. It's just a few pennies per dose. The cost from doing that a few times is probably going to be less than 50 cents for me. So even if you have free healthcare, it's cheaper than the gas to drive to the doctor. And I usually will just do that 1 or 2 times and then their ear infection is cleared up. And so it's just, I don't have to worry about the antibiotics and it damaging their gut. The number one cause of gut dysbiosis or gut imbalance is antibiotics. And so it's just so much easier as well, right? But I love that it really does save money. If you're looking at the cost per dose, there's about 260 plus drops per bottle. And again, because they're so concentrated, you really only need to use a couple drops every dose. And so it really, you get your money's worth with every single bottle. The third cool thing about essential oils is they are oftentimes more effective than the alternative of pharmaceuticals. And let me explain a little bit about that. So if you go to the doctor and you have a virus, or your child has a virus, which is really common, right? And what does the doctor say? I'm so sorry, you just need to go home. You have a virus, go home, relax, drink lots of fluids, get some rest, and let it run its course. How discouraging that is that as a mom, right? When there's no solution when you go to the doctor's office typically for a virus. So the oils are oil-based, obviously. And the reason why antibiotics are not effective against viruses is that bacteria resides on the outside of the cell. So like pretend this is a cell. Out here is where the bacteria is growing and living. And so, but inside the cell is where viruses duplicate the DNA within the cell. And antibiotics cannot cross the cell membrane to get in there and deal with that virus, which is why the doctor usually sends you home with nothing, right? So oils, because they're oil-based, they can actually cross the oily cell membrane and get inside the cell where that virus is duplicating the DNA, and it can help stop the virus from duplicating. And that is huge. So I will tell you, it's been over 3 years that I've used essential oils, and I have not gotten sick in that time frame. I used to get sick every single winter. And anytime I feel something coming on, I just do a little drop of On Guard in my throat. Anyway, so it's so much more effective because you have solutions for viruses. You have, so many different oils that can solve emotional and work and support emotional issues, so many physical issues. So often we find that the oils are more effective. They've gone to doctor after doctor after doctor without finding a solution. And then so often they're able to find something in doTERRA that actually heals and gets at the root of their health problems. So I'm just so grateful for how much the oils have blessed my family. I really was not very interested when I first learned about oils because I thought, there's no way these work. But then when I started looking into the research, you guys, there's thousands of studies on PubMed. So if you're one like me where you need to see the research, go look up. There is so much research done on the efficacy and power of essential oils and helping heal the body. So safer, cheaper, more effective, and they're is just not a better line of essential oils and supplements out there than doTERRA because of the testing and the third-party purity.